What's up YouTube? Thanks for tuning in this video. In this video, we're gonna break down the pros and cons of starting RV parks. But first, make sure to like this video and subscribe so we get off to a good start. All right, so you're probably thinking about starting an RV park and you're maybe wondering what are the pros and cons of an RV park, and I'm gonna get into it in this video. So let's just get started right away with some of the cons of an RV park. So I would say some of the cons of an RV park, depending on what kind of RV park you are, but if you're a short-term rental RV park, is that you have to deal with a lot of management of people coming in and out. And that can be very taxing, and it can be a lot of checking people in, checking people out, a lot of movement and unpredictability. Now, a con if you have a more affordable park would be that maybe the people that you get in there, you might have to thoroughly do background checks for, because typically people living in RVs or trailers, not all the time, I'm not gonna stereotype, but a lot of the time, or some of the time at least, they do have some kind of criminal record on their background. So, you know, maybe it's something minimal, but a lot of the time people do have records when they're staying in a trailer, and that's something to think about. Another con of starting RV parks would be that if you are planning to do a big RV park, it could be pretty costly. So that price could be anywhere, you know, with the land and all the construction could be, you know, $100, $200, $300, $400,000. Really depends on what you want to do. If you're doing a smaller scale, not so much, but if you have a big idea, it comes with a price tag and you're going to have to pay for it. So that could be a negative. Another negative could be, another con rather, would be that for a long time you may not get paid, because the thing is, if you're starting an RV park from scratch, there is a long period of time where you're not getting paid. And you have to really put in all the infrastructure and wait until everything's done. And that could be, you know, honestly a year, that could be even 2 years, depends, you know, the whole process. But for me, more or less, it was about, you know, a year and a half almost, you know, and I'm still not even there yet all the way. So that's something to keep in mind. Don't think you're going to get paid right away, you know, especially if you want to do it the right way and reinvest. It's going to take a long time to pay yourself. So that's something to keep in mind if you're starting an RV park. Another con would be that you always have to have somebody out on the property, because if you have people coming and going, you're dealing with a lot of movement, and sometimes that comes with drama, and that comes with things going on, things happening. Maybe it's stuff with your neighbors, maybe it's stuff with other, you know, renters getting into it with each other. No matter what it is, it's very important to have somebody on the property at all times. I made a video about that, you know, talking about management of RV parks above, if you want to watch that. Kind of giving tips about managing RV parks, but you do need somebody to manage the RV park. It's not completely passive, and there does need to be somebody there. But if you do it right, it shouldn't be that hard to do. Now kind of getting into some of the pros of starting RV parks. So some of the pros would be, once you're up and going, it's immediate cash flow, baby. Immediate cash flow. And not only that, but it's multiple streams of income, because every RVer is a new stream of income. Every RVer has some kind of job, they have some kind of way. Maybe they're getting paid from Social Security, maybe they're getting paid from pensions, maybe they're getting paid from their blue collar job, maybe they have their own business. No matter what it is, you're getting cash flow from all kinds of different avenues. So you really have multiple streams of income. And that's one of my favorite parts about RV parks, is the cash flow. The cash flow every month. That is a huge thing. You can leverage it, and it's just something that you are gonna fall in love with if you haven't ever experienced cash flow. And that's one of the top pros. Also, a second pro is, obviously we're dealing with real estate. And what does real estate typically do? If you build on it, it goes up in value, it appreciates. Now, I don't invest for appreciation, but if I get appreciation, it's the cherry on top. And when you build RV parks, you're adding a ton of value to your property. You're adding, you know, typically a septic, a well, you're adding new roads, you're adding electricity, and all of that adds up and really appreciates over time. So not only are you building a business, but you're also building a real estate asset, and that asset can be bundled together as a business and the land, and can be sold for a lot of money. So that's a great thing about RV parks, is that they're up in the real estate spectrum, and real estate is one of the best ways to grow wealth. And by being a part of RV parks, you're being a part of real estate. So that's a huge advantage. Now, this next pro, I know I kind of mentioned before, management is a con. It is. However, if you do it right, management is also a pro. So what we did was, we actually allowed a property manager to live on site for free. They were able to build a house in exchange for property management at our property, always having eyes and ears out there, helping guests check in and so forth. And that really helps us. So that makes the management super easy. So if you do it right, RV parks can have easy management. Really, if you think about the things that you need to manage on an RV park, you really only have to take care of the land, septic, water, electric. That's it. And maybe in landscaping. And that's really it. So if somebody's stove breaks in their RV, that's on them to fix it. Whereas if you're investing in maybe like a typical residential investment, a 2-bedroom, or 3-bedroom, 2-bath house that you're going to rent out, and the kitchen, something in the kitchen goes out, the water heater, whatever, you got to fix that. And you might, it literally might be tens of thousands of dollars. And with an RV park, you really have minimal things to take care of. And things do happen, a water pipe might burst or something like that. But overall, the management's pretty simple, and you really just need to maintain the land. And that's one of my favorite things about RV park is the management. Pro number 4 is that RV parks are very recession proof, especially if you do them the right way. So if you haven't seen it, I made a video above about the 2 types of RV parks. There's 2 different types of RV parks. There are tourist RV parks and there are affordable RV parks. Now, in an economic downturn, in a recession, people may not be traveling as much, which means travel RV parks might take a hit. But the thing is, if you do it right and you have an affordable RV park, you are going to thrive during a recession. Most people are going to downsize. They're going to live in smaller avenues. They're going to live in vehicles and different types of things to save money. And if you're an RV park, you are a part of that niche of affordable living, affordable housing. And that during a recession is going to boom. So anything affordable housing is going to do very good. I think mobile home parks are going to do great, and I think RV parks are going to do great. So RV parks are very recession proof, and it's definitely something you should consider. And it's a major pro to starting an RV park is that you are going to be recession proof. You're going to have cash flow. The management's going to be super easy. It's going to be a real estate asset that's most likely going to appreciate. And it's recession proof, like I said. So those are just a few pros and cons, guys. I know a lot of you are probably considering starting an RV park. Thank you so much for coming onto my page to get some information about that. I'm hopefully giving you enough value so that you can make better decisions. If you want to see how I started in an RV park from scratch, watch this video to the side here. If you want to see my story, how I went from busboy to RV park owner, watch this video to the side here. Make sure to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Leave your comments down below. I'll try to get to them as soon as I can. I really appreciate you guys commenting. Thanks so much again, and y'all have a great day. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.